Good morning everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are in the best of your health and spirits and preparing for your MA English exams. Today I am here with the topic of SPOTA theory from MEG 5. Stay tuned till the end of the video and you will be able to revise the topic in an easier way. Question is, give the account of SPOTA theory as explained by Sanskrit theoreticians. Spota, which means bursting or opening, is an important concept in Indian grammatical tradition of Vyakaran relating to the problem of speech production, how the mind orders into coherent discourse and meaning. Bhartrihari and the theory of Spota. A brief summary. Bhartrihari makes overall survey of what is single entity, how it works on all levels of speech. According to him, a sentence is a single undivided speech unit. This meaning is inherent in the consciousness of man from birth, with which he later finds its partial correspondence in his language and produces through articulation, and that is spota. Spota means sudden opening, disclosure. It is taking place in both speaker and hearer through the process of articulation. The sound of the speech simply evokes spota in the hearer as varna spota, pad spota, vakya spota, where varna spota is phoneme, morpheme, articulation, cognition. Pad spota is word articulation, cognition. Vakya spota is text articulation, cognition. Articulation means the formation of clear and distinct sounds in speech. According to Spota theory, sounds and articulation are different. Spota is not a sound we hear but the sound we articulate. In modern times, spota can be understood as having constant distinctive features where dhwani is of phonic nature. Spota is not uttered but it is perceived by the hearer. To make the distinction clearer, he introduces two types of dhwani, prakarta dhwani and vikarta dhwani. Prakarta dhwani is natural sound and vikarta dhwani is uttered out or distorted sound. Where spota is revealed through the former one only, the secondary vikarta sounds are only to indicate the primary ones, reveals the meaning of the text. Proper understanding of the spota requires a psychological experience. Major theories of spota. The general overview of the concept and approaches to spota must be made here in order to show the richness and precision of the topics being discussed among ancient and medieval grammarians in India. There are 8 major approaches to the theory of spota. First one is Varna spota. A single phoneme, stem or affix or the word are discussed in word spota. Varna spota. These do not make any meaningful units. Second one is pad spota. Single words does not contain any meaning. When different words are constructed together, it creates a meaningful sentence. Third one is vakya spota. Sentence is a unique entity and conveys the meaning. The sentence is the unit of meaning. Words have their meaning only when they form a part of sentence. Fourth one is Akhand Pad Spota. It contains the words which are used as single and undivided meaningful entity. Those words which are undivided single meaning bearing unit. Fifth one is Akhand Vakya Spota. Sentences have their meaning but only when they are used in a sequence. If they are not in the sequence, it does not make any meaning. A single sentence from the conversation does not give a perfect meaning. Sixth one is one spota. Seventh is pad and eighth is vakya jati spota. These spota contain that the letter, word or the sentence is generic or not. Is there any effect on them according to jati? All these theories of spota with many other variations make a rich layout for the linguistic studies and represent a holistic view in defining all possible approaches to meaning within a grammatical structure. So, with this, our video has also come to an end. I believe that you all have easily understood the topic. Link to the written notes is given in the comment section. Please like, share and comment on the video and subscribe the channel for more details. Thank you and have a nice day.